Alright, so decided to go ahead and do my rank 4 Go Battle Leagues here. Leading off against Legend Takumi here. He's going to lead in with a Jirachi, which I had no idea what I was up against, so I admittedly get myself in a really bad situation here. Go ahead and get my Sky Attack thrown out. He, of course, shields that. He throws in what I know is going to be Doom Desire, but I shield it because I have no idea what that's going to do to an Altaria. So keep on fighting through. Again, there's this one and then another one I face later on that I'd never faced before. I go ahead and burn my second shield because of where my health's at. I don't want to lose Altaria yet. I get that second Sky Attack out. And I don't like to be in a down shield situation. Luckily, I get his second shield as well, so that's okay. Now, neither of us have shields. I decided to swap in the Azumarill here. Obviously, no shields, two shields, so I get to see what a Doom Desire will do to Azumarill. It hurts, but not too bad. Decided to go ahead and throw an Ice Punch, hoping that that will finish off the Jirachi, and it does. He's going to bring in Defense Form Deoxys here. I'm going to get up to my Play Rough, thinking that that might be the move to use. I'm still a little, I don't know exactly what to throw. I'm thinking Ice Beam or might have been the better move against Deoxys here, but I get a decent little bit of chunk damage. Of course, his charge move here I count as will be taking me out, and it does. So I come back into Altaria, had a little bit of energy farmed, and get up to the Sky Attack here. That should, of course, take out the Defense Form Deoxys because he was very low on health. And then he's going to bring in his Whiscash. Now, in a zero shield scenario with as low a health as I had, I did have AWAC still, but both Altaria and AWAC weak to Whiscash. I expected a Blizzard there. He throws the Mud Bomb. So I get my Sky Attack off, hoping, but knowing it probably, there's no way it was going to kill Whiscash. And then I'm trying to fast farm. I see another attack. I'm like, oh god, here goes Altaria. Although that would have been good because that low on health, if he'd wasted all the energy getting Blizzard off on Altaria, that would have taken me out. But it was another Mud Bomb. I'm able to fast farm it down. So going up against this, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. He's going to lead out with a Medicham here. But he switches immediately into Azumarill. So I bring my Azumarill in. Love this matchup. I don't have to use shields. So I'm just going to sit here and take that Play Rough for decent damage, but nothing to be concerned about. I'm going to throw my Play Rough at him. And regardless, so I get a shield there, which is good because I want his shields gone. I think I shield this one just because in this sort of back and forth attrition war with two Azumarills in a mirror match, I wanted to stay up in health. I didn't want to go all the way down into yellow or red. So I throw my Play Rough and actually draw his second shield. Now I'm in a one shield advantage here. So I don't shield this one. I go ahead and let this through. I want to hang on to my last shield because I'm close enough to a Play Rough. And then I believe right after this Play Rough, I'm going to switch into my Altaria that already has energy farmed. Yep, so I bring in my Altaria, excuse me, farm right up to a Sky Attack. That's still not going to take the Azumarill out. It's going to get it very low. Start farming like crazy. I do go ahead and pop the last shield, expecting an Ice Beam. Either that or Play Rough would do crazy damage to an Altaria. That Play Rough with the fairy damage against Dragon type would hurt. Again, no shield scenario here. I'm in a good position. Use my Sky Attack against Sableye. It's not going to kill it, but it's going to get most of the job done. I have another Sky Attack to follow up with there, and that's going to finish off Koforcha 1N9T41R4. No, it's not. Once again, just like in the match, I forgot all about his shiny Medicham. So he takes my Altaria out. And he uses Psychic up against my, I guess he didn't take my Altaria out. I swapped into the Marowak. But I throw the Shadow Ball here. Just like in that match, when I got the Sableye done, I thought it was over. But there we do finish him off finally. So we're going up against Tobacco Suki now, who has a Magcargo lead. And then a little surprise for me in the second slot. I start farming. For whatever reason, I felt like I should switch. I don't know why. I was doing great damage to that Magcargo. So I bring my Azumarill in, and he brings in a Jumpluff. I remember during this game, I'm not familiar with Jumpluff, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I throw a Play Rough at it. Not the best damage. Ice Beam was probably the better move to use there. I'm not really sure. Since I'm not familiar with this Pokemon, I decided to let this move through And that was a mistake. As you can see, Energy Ball does the most damage that anything has done to my Azumarill up to this point. I get the Ice Beam off. As we can see, that would have been the move to use there for sure. So now it's Azumarill versus Azumarill. I get up to a Play Rough. I think I just get the second shield here. No. Oh, that's right. This is this guy. He doesn't use a shield the entire match. Now, for whatever reason, I switch into Alolan Marowak. I don't know what I was thinking. I have to throw my last shield up there. It's a Hydro Pump. Glad I used... Oh, no, that was my first shield. Glad I threw that. But then get a Shadow Ball off here. Try and get a big chunk of damage out. Almost finish the Azumarill off. I think I do go ahead and use my last shield, expecting the Hydro Pump, but it's Play Rough. And then he comes back in with Magcargo. Wanted so bad to get that Bone Club, but don't get it in time. The Stone Edge, of course, is going to kill Alolan Marowak. So I come back into the Altaria and just fast farm down. He had 2 shields left, had to fast farm. So Mio 1947, she's going to lead with Medicham. And I'm going to start farming with Altaria. She switches into Umbreon, so I tried to switch and it kept me in with Altaria, so I just decided to go ahead and get the Sky Attack off here, draw a shield, keep farming. I decide not to shield. I'm assuming it's going to be Last Resort. A lot of people using Umbreon with Last Resort here. Doesn't hit for too much, so I get farmed up, get some energy stored, and then switch into Azumarill. I decide not to shield because I've already seen that she's using Last Resort. I know that's not going to hurt Azumarill that much. Continue to farm up here. I think I toss... Oh no, she's got an attack coming at me again. I'm not going to shield that. I'm going to save those shields in case something crazy is in the back. And we're going to get a nice Play Rough off against this Umbreon here. She's going to shield that, so now I've got both her shields. I'm in a 2-0 shield scenario. That's where I love to be. So now I can go ahead and use a shield because I just want to save some of Azumarill's health. And we get back to the next Play Rough. We throw that in, and that will, I do believe, finish off her Umbreon. And it does. That fairy damage doing great damage against the Dark. Now this was a shocker for me. I was not expecting Blossom. You can see that Razor Leaf damage shredding Azumarill, as would be expected. I do manage to get an Ice Beam off and get a nice big chunk of damage. And then I switch into Altaria for a Sky Attack. Again, she has no shields. So goodbye, Blossom. Medicham comes back in. I'm trying to farm up as quick as I can. Don't make it in time, so I go ahead and shield what I expected to be Ice Punch. She throws Dynamic Punch. And I get to the Sky Attack. Goodbye, Medicham. Good game, Mio 1947. But against Frogman D1000 here, I knew it was coming. Here's the Bastiodon that I'd been dreading facing. He swaps out almost immediately. I swap out as well. I was trying to get that AWAC in against the Bastiodon to see if I could get some damage there. Medicham gets the Charge Punch, so I will go ahead and shield. I overfarm here. I'm wanting to send the message that I'm throwing a Shadow Ball, but I use Bone Club trying for the bait, and I do get the shield. The nice thing about that is I get a Shadow Ball almost immediately after because of the overfarm. I really don't want the shield here. I don't get the shield, but we do get the Medicham. So he brings Azumarill in. Not a good matchup for me, but I go ahead and throw Bone Club, hoping maybe to get his last shield, which I do, and I switch into my Azumarill. So here we are, mirror match. I don't shield. I think he has the Hydro Pump variant. He does. Does a decent little bit of chip damage, but I'm working on getting those Play Roughs off against his Azumarill. I do have a shield advantage, so I'm feeling decent about this match, but again, that Bastiodon's in the back, and I'm thinking about that this entire time. And that's a big reason why I decided to save that shield, because he throws an Ice Beam here for whatever reason, which just does tickle damage. I continue to throw my Play Roughs, and you can see the difference in damage. So I assume, oh yeah, we know his doesn't. He has Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, so I guess that's why he was throwing. And again, we'll get another Ice Beam here, which is little tickle damage. We go ahead and bubble down the Azumarill, and here comes Bastiodon. So I get the Play Rough off. I guess I probably should have went for Ice Beam. I don't know. I need to sim and see what Ice Beam does against Bastiodon. A little bit of chip damage, but I switch into Alolan Marowak. I think I do go ahead and shield here. I sort of wish I had saved that. It all works out in the end here. But I go for the Shadow Ball because there are no shields for my opponent. And that does not do as much damage as I wish it had to Bastiodon. So AWAC goes down. I come back in with Altaria. Got a little bit of energy farmed. Right before I can get to the Sky Attack, I know this Stone Edge is going to hurt. I was worried it was going to kill me. It does leave me alive, though. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm good. I saw how little health Bastiodon has left. I throw the Sky Attack. I knew it wasn't going to do a super boatload. But that little sliver had me so scared, and when Altaria fell down against that Bastiodon, I almost had a heart attack. But then to come in with the Azumarill and just be able to bubble down that Bastiodon, good times, good games.